I can see the food.
So at what point do we get us is it here? I'll take his foot away. Hey, partner.
Still late.
I thought I was being set up. You don't get to play. Glad you made it, Pat. Oh my God.
Speech.
Yeah.
I was trying to get a little suspicious. I thought you looked like something going on. People whispering around, buddy, acting so slow. What's going on? Funny slow.
I was not acting slow. I was really rushing.
Yeah. Hi, guys.
Give your ball a hug.
Yeah.
Okay, hold it.
All aglow. Patrick dubbed, oh my, what a smarty. His intelligence he concealed was so-so grades in jock tradition. 127th out of 175 was his Vianney class position. Then came the SAT, which he took for college admissions. Pat blew it away, fourth best in his class. He made all the right decisions. Golly gosh, this guy's real smart. I think he's really bright. What's happened here, his teacher said. Has he finally seen the light? You betcha, pal. He knows when to work all right, with his goal so clear and his objective clearly in sight. Now, one of those objectives was a girl whose name was Leslie. Pat did pursue this fair young lass with actions made quite freshly. They toured the parks, Tower Grove, I think, to learn of nature truly. Honest officer, Patrick said, we're leaving now, won't be unruly. Now before you worry, bring your hands and Pat, you start to heckle. This Leslie girl, her hair was red, her face was all a freckle. Pat said aloud, she's real cute, so happy and so funny. Enough of this formal Leslie stuff, I think I'll call her Bunny. Pat did woo this petite elite red-headed pre-Indian, whose birthright is truly French-Canadian. From the country she hails, I know St. Louis-an. In fact, said she, I'm an upper Pacifican. They wed these two, and Air Force were bound, where Patrick traveled the world, not around. Instead, they landed 160 miles from town in Knob Noster, Missouri, of marching band renown. Bunny teased her hair and worked for the family, while Pat commuted to school way up in Normandy. His education's complete. He worked real hard to become an accountant, CPA. That's the reward. About his family, he's very proud, so please take note. The order of their births, of which I'm now about to quote. First came Kelly. After marriage 2 years later, golly, don't you think... Golly, don't she look just like her little mater? 2 years later, mater Latin, some mother. Then came Megan, cartwheeling from Bunny's belly. Holy cow, she's a clone to her sister Kelly. Finally came Matt, and Pat's all a fluster. A boy at last. I'll pass Red's muster. And to Seco we went after a very brief stint with an accounting firm that didn't have a hint. For Joe McHugh, he toiled, he worked, until the husband, the crime dog, was jerked. Now Pat's over accounting and data processing, inventory count, receivables, and cost assessing. One thing strange that we've all noted, it seems that most of Pat's girls eventually get bloated. Sex education course, Bill Howard got quoted, but for me, I'm suggesting their contraceptive techniques are quite outmoded. Now comes CCM, Guy, Peter, and Larry, to whom Pat seems, for some reason, quite scary. Of him, their fiscal conscience, they are truly leery because their approach in meetings he does query. 3 other topics must be covered before I quit. The first is Patrick's weight loss. That really took some spit. Once a size 48, now a 44 does fit. Now he's so happy he could just... Oh, no. A yes man he's not, Rick's financial man. over books and through the numbers as he ran. Whether Gerald or T-Systems, we need him to look to make sure the numbers were not subjected to a financial cook.
Inside.
That's up with that one. About 40 years ago, Shirley came down to Jane's camp with a basket of baby whose pants were quite damp. She said, "Billy, come see, look at Reds and my baby." I thought, oh great, big deal. What's this kid mean to me? Well, now I have the answer to that very question. He's my partner, my pal. That's my confession. So now I'll close this ode to Patty. Happy birthday, Patrick Warren. Your ace is with me.